Okay, hi everyone. This is my top 20 items for 2011. I was tagged by Craft as well as LionPaw55. You can put their channel down below, and about my favorite stuff from 2011. And these are my favorite stuff because these were the things that really got me started on scrapbooking, which I kind of started like a year ago. And so I'm gonna go through with you guys the stamps first. I can do this really quickly. This is like the third take because I took too long. So these are stamps on KTK. I really love them because they are stamps that you can only get in Singapore, and they have these really cool images like the bamboo shoots. You have the tree. You have like the Asian looking bird. You have like this Peranakan looking vase. Sakura flowers. I mean, this is great. This is like the Asian themed stamps. Like, where can you find these, right? My number 2 has to be Tim Holtz collection, and these were great. These were the things that really got me started on Tim Holtz products. And I mean, look at these. These are like such cool, funky images, and they really got me started in the whole grungy kind of direction that took off. And the whole steampunky thing that I also kind of fell in love with along the way, because the things were like things like clocks, as you can see later, also the die cuts. This is also Tim Holtz bird stamp I use regularly. Number 3 is, let's see, printery from Prima. The printery stamps from Prima, and these are great. I know initially when I got these, the stamp images wasn't so clear, unless I stamped them with the Archival black ink. But what I did to manage to have distress inks stuck on this, so I took a nail filer, but I never used it for filing nails. Clearly, my nails are terrible. And basically I use nail filers to rub the surface of this rubber cling stamps, and the image came out really great when you use distress inks with these. And these are great because some of these images have such great details, like this one with like a terrarium inside. This is amazing. As well as Kaiser Crafts and clear stamps, and I really love these 2 stamps that I got, and I got this on a discount, I think. Can't remember how much they were, but they were relatively affordable, and they were like very basic stamps. Like, this is for journaling. This is a script that is amazing for doing background. I used this a lot last year. Okay, number 6. Have a look at the inks. So one of my favorite inks that for 2011 had to be the Archival ink. Now, I love the Archival ink over StazOn simply because that it dries so much quicker, and the images are quite clear, quite crisp and clear. And I can use this with clear stamps. I could use this with rubber stamps. So this was great. And the other ink that I really like, so this is number 7, is Distress inks from Tim Holtz. Now, these are great too. And I started out the year with liking Pumice Stone, and then I ended up with Walnut Stem as my favorite ink of the year. I have other distress ink. I only have like 6, but this keep me happy for quite a long time. I really love distress inks because you use them to distress the edges, soften the look or make it look more sharp and stuff, and they're great. They add like the grunge stuff into your projects. They add a lot of character. I really love the distress inks by Tim Holtz. And number 8 was a Sucker Punch by EK Success. Now, Sucker Punch is great. I'm gonna put a link of a video below by Seniro, which showed how to use Sucker Punches to do like file tabs. And this is great because you can do a lot of things. You can use this to punch like want to create pockets with like a half circle punched out. You want to have like punch out circle shapes to lay onto your pages, and these are just great. You can do a lot of things with these. And this is a powerful staple. Number 9 is vintage book pages. Well, this is probably vintage from the 80s, but this is like this really old book that I had. But it wasn't that old, so probably from like the 90s or 2000s, but whichever. I love to use book pages to add character to my projects. And one of the things I really fell in love with was the vintage paper roses by Paper and Lace 123. You see it in one of my projects before, and I think I had a link there as well. Those were really cool. and dominoes. I really fell in love with dominoes, and this was actually a game piece that I had when I was really young, when I was 11, 12 or something, but I lost so much of the pieces that were unplayable, and so I decided to use these as things to alter or things to add character to a page. And these were dominoes that I got from a thrift store. Yep, these are cool. Number 11 are templates. Templates by Crafters Workshop. Crafters Workshop templates are amazing. I mean, look at this. It's like a bingo page. It's like a tree with no leaves. It's like a wooden background. I really love their stuff. And I mean, I have other templates, but their templates are by far one of the best I've worked with. And they're thinner as well, so they're easier to handle. And these are 6x6, which I love because I do a lot of 6x6 stuff. Let's see, that's 11. Number 12 is Skydrive Form from Ranger. Ta-da! Is it Ranger? From the Ink Essentials, which were a subsidiary of Ranger, I think. So these were great because I couldn't afford the Ink Essentials. Was it Ranger? That inking tool. So what I got instead were this kind of dry foam, and apparently they could be used for really a lot of other things as well. And like using this to create a kind of like a stamp pad for stuff, and this is really cool. So yeah, I really love these, and this was $10 for the whole thing. I'm not so sure how much it cost. They're probably a lot cheaper, but I only used like a small roll of it. And look at that. Now I actually have the whole thing here, and this is I just got one pack. And number 13 has to be the Ranger's Liquid Platinum distressing powder, distressing powder black, embossing powder. These were I think one of my first few videos. I used a lot of these, and I still do. I'm just conserving them a little. Because these were great, because you can do a lot of techniques with these. Like if you go to Rachel 113, she'll just do this like this cool faux metal clonism kind of thing, and it was really cool. Like you hit a few layers of it, and then you can imprint like a stamp image onto it, and it becomes like this really cool mixed media kind of project. And I add perfect pulse with these as well to give like the extra color with it, and the whole thing looks really grungy, really old, very metallic, and I really love that look. Yeah, but tags. I really wanted tags when I first started out. I mean, you could cut it out of cardstock, but I wanted tags. And these were shipping tags that a lot of these I got from Zoe Shepherd on a trade. And before I got them on a trade, and before like the end of last year, right, tags were sold in boxes for 1,000. I'm thinking to myself, what on planet do I need 1,000? Now I'm not too sure, but but then I really couldn't afford 1,000 tags. It's really expensive, and so I saw like some trade, like a supplies trade with Zoe Shepherd, and I'll put a channel link below. And I got a lot of these tags that she gave me. Isn't this pretty? Really cool. After that, by the end of the year though, my art supply store started to pack them in 50s, and those were great because they would get like a $2 to $5 or even less for every pack of 50s, and these were great. But I still am kind of hoarding the ones that Zoe Shepherd gave to me, which is this Science 8 ones from Ink Essentials. I mean, these are so cool. Thank you, Zoe Shepherd. She actually has, I can't remember what the actual name was, Sharon? Was it? Okay, but anyway, these were great stuff. And look at this, size 1 tags. These are not the cutest things ever. Okay, but anyway. That's number 14. Number 15, I'm gonna look at the papers that were really cool last year, which I got. This is Credit Attic from Tim Holtz Ideology, 12x12, and I really love Tim Holtz because it comes with this 12x12, there's 6x6, which you have to cut on your own, and there are these really cool small squares of 2 inches by 2 inches. You can do a lot of embellishments to those, and there were the ATCs. I used about like half of these pack, but I really love these. These are great, and they have such grungy look to it. It's amazing. I really love working with these, but I'm kind of conserving them along the way as well. My other favorite one, which I'm kind of sad that I'm almost using almost all of it, is Tethered Time by DCWV, the matte stack. I really like the matte stack because the size is really quite convenient to do media albums. And one of my projects before were one of these. A brand that I really loved this year was also Bo Bunny. Last year was Bo Bunny, and the one of the collections I really loved was Timepiece. Almost dry. Kind of sad, but you know, you have to kind of move on. And this was really cool because there's a lot of those steampunky stuff like gears, clocks, keys, and those. This was really cool. Now the collection I really love because of the color, and I never thought I would like particular colors like yellow and stuff. But this is from Bo Bunny's Etc. collection. This is the most amazing collection they've ever released. And I really love this paper, and you see me conserving this. I only use one of each design, so there's still 24 more pages inside here. Really love this 6x6. I'm still keeping this. I hope it will not stay in my hot vault for too long. Oh well. Okay, I'm at 10 minutes. Alright, okay, 11 actually. So those are the papers, the number 15. Number 16 are my die cuts. And I get die cutting machine. I'm not gonna bring the whole die cutting machine out. It's a Big Cake Vintage, and that was the thing that really started me on die cuts. I mean, I've been eyeing it for like eons until they were like on a sale and decided to get it. For about it was about 100, but it was, for me, it was affordable. And the things that I really love was the Tim Holtz Adoration dies. I mean, look at these. These were like so steampunky and grungy and vintage and whatever you call this, and really love these. And also the Tim Holtz Adoration texture fades, embossing folders. And the things that I also liked were KCK's Kuts, and these are like really flat, really flat. So you kind of need the solo adapter platform. Really flat die cuts. Really love these. And there's this cool butterfly. There's this one with the bamboos, Chinese bamboo thing, and this one is like a rose. But look at these, and this is so adorable. And these were affordable as well. Number 17 was this thing that I also fell in love in the last quarter of last year, was Glossy Accent. Now these are amazing. I mean, besides using them for gloss, which I do use them for, I actually use them a lot more for glue because it's so strong. That's probably one of the strongest glue I've seen for kind of like a wet liquid glue, which I do prefer sometimes over the dry stuff. But they dry really quickly, relatively quickly. They're really strong, and yeah, and there's still so much of it. Number 18 has to be my acrylic paints. So this is like Americana, this is really cheap deco art paint. This is from Plaid, this is folk art, this is like what's this, metallic antique gold. And this is not actually a paint, it's more like a crackle, one-step crackle thing. So after you apply paint over something and you paint a thick layer of one-step crackle over it, you have the crackle effect in about like an hour or two. And these are really cool to work with. And if you think about it, if you use acrylic paint with water and perfect pearls, you got yourself a mist. So cool, right? Number 19 have to be images that I started to discover in the end of last year. I got two more, which I'll share with you guys. So these are like really cool images that I've got. Now look at that. And they were like in a CD, which I could print these things out. And a lot of these vintage pictures really add to my whole grungy, vintagey look. I mean, like, look at that. It's like the travel. These are rolling paper graphics. And the two that I recently got a couple of days ago were these that are on sale, were these images. Like this one is on children's images. I'm going to show maybe a page. Look at that, isn't this cool? And as well as advertising cards from the 20s and 30s. Look at that, isn't this cool? Now you see me do a lot of like kits with these two as well. And finally, number 20 is YouTube. I think YouTube really given me the community that I really needed to do this. And I really thank you, all of you guys. I'm going to put those who I'm going to tag below in the D box after I thought about it. And thank you guys so